Because here we want this to be the mic. Here we go. Okay.
Are you kidding me, Rose? That it?
I think this might be it. Properties, Roadcaster. Anybody hear anything yet?
How about now, guys? Anybody anything?
Oh my God, I think they hear us.
Yeah, they hear us now. Now we're back. Now we can hear. Finally.
Oh, that was exciting.
Oh, man. Horrible, horrible. Okay, guys, I'm very sorry for that. Look. Holy smokes, man. Look at me, man. I'm sweating over here.
Oh, wow.
Finally. Yo, hey, how you doing? Oh, man. Husker El Baera, George Blum, Yak and Patton, Total Noob Fishing, Edward Alvarez, Odor Flow Edge, Ronald Stesney. Guys, Christian Blum. Who else we got out there? Craven Kreuzer. Ellie and Al. Finally, Al, we did it. We did it. We did it. Finally, we're back on. All right, guys. So enough said. I want to let you guys know, I did mention when you guys couldn't hear me that I went fishing this week. I made a video. I made my first skunk video. I didn't catch a thing. Still had a good time. I always have a good time. Met a few fishermen on the way. Montauk was always beautiful. That's all I could say this time, but not about catching fish. Other than that, a great time. I couldn't wait for this week's live stream. We have a guest this week. We're going to be introducing him in about a minute. Carl Hartmann from American Anglers, Dynamite Fisherman. Going to learn a lot of his product, a lot of what he does and what he's about. Other than that, hun.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring over your keyboard, everything. All right. Beautiful, guys. I'm so glad we got this thing finally rolling. So, Carl, come on up, buddy. Here's your books, babe. Just pop on the headphones. The left side should be this side. Got it. All right, so let's get this on here. All right. So, guys, you see the setup we have this week. It's me and my wife here. My wife's on my side. We got our first live interviewer at the studio. All the way over, all the way. And this over here. Okay. So we got our first live guest this week at the studio. That's Carl Hartmann, and that's from American Anglers. He runs a couple of sites or clubs, whatever you want to call them. So I want to introduce Carl right now. Carl, welcome to my show. It's good to see you, buddy.
Hello, Mr. Poseidon.
That's
How
right.
you doing?
Great,
Poseidon
buddy.
Fish.
Correct. That's a beautiful
right.
thing. That's right. That's right.
And of course, Rose.
There you go.
How you doing, guys? Glad to be here. Sorry about the technical issues in the beginning, but that's what happens when you grow.
I'm telling you, it was a little tough. I'm still sweating. I'm telling you,
It's all right. Take off the jacket and stay a while.
Oh, man, that's right. Yeah, you got it. So I want to start this off. First off, I want to say thank you to you that you're here. And I know you got a little special something to say to somebody right now.
Yes, it's my wife's birthday. I just want to do a shout out and say happy birthday.
There you go. That's a beautiful husband right there to a beautiful wife. Happy birthday to you.
What's that?
What's her name?
Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie, happy birthday to you, darling.
Happy birthday, Anne-Marie.
Yes.
Many more to come,
I'm not going to
darling.
mention her age.
Yeah.
No, that wouldn't be nice.
There you go. So, okay, so I want to start this off by saying, okay, so I met you down at the river a few years back down in Piedmont. Mm-hmm. We met. I was kind of amazed at how many things you did, how many things you have going on, and obviously your fishing skills. So you want to tell me a little bit about how you got started in this whole industry of fishing?
Sure.
And step up to the mic right
Okay. When I was about 5 years old, my father, I'm one of 8 kids, the last of 8 kids. And basically, he used to take us freshwater fishing in Saddle River, New Jersey, all the time. And I started fishing there, and then eventually, I grew into more and more different types of fishing, crabbing, all kinds of stuff like that. I always stayed with saltwater and freshwater in the beginning, and then for a period of about 10 years or so, I found girls. And,
Yeah, right.
And you know, I disappeared from fishing for a while.
All of us.
And then I eventually come back.
Right.
I eventually come back, and I started with a club that was right around the corner from me, the Hudson River Fishermen's Association. Great club.
Which I'm part of
we're
right
both
now.
members of.
Absolutely.
I'm a lifetime member. I was a vice president for a while. Great club. Yeah,
Definitely.
Just did a tournament yesterday, Catfish KS on the Hudson.
Right.
And I was very involved with them for about 20 years. And then I said, you know, it's time to move on and start to do different things. And so I started American Angler in 2016. And I got like 2 or 3 members, and I know one's listening from Florida right now, Tony Evangelista.
How you doing, Tony?
Tony, I hope you're on. I know you have technical difficulties down there too. But anyway, and I got to grow from just a few guys, a few anglers, to everything from females, males, kids. We have approximately 7,000 followers right now on just Facebook alone. And we have a fishing team consisting of over 200 people now, which is it's growing. It's growing.
Yeah,
We're getting kind of out of control. We're having some problems, but good problems to have with like merchandise and you know, events and doing this, that, everything. But we're constantly just really doing some really good things, including things like cleanups now. So we're doing some of those. But my personal involvement is that I love to surf fish.
Yeah.
That's 90% of what I do.
Yes.
I do go on boats from time to time. And so I enjoy what I do. It's a happy thing. I mean, I do work full-time, but this is really a full-time job and so on and so forth. So
Right on.
So it's all good. It's all good. And I, you know, I appreciate all the volunteers and everybody around me. I got a great crew. Great crew.
So I want to say, yeah, man, what you're saying about, you know, how you built your membership with all your friends and the people that you've met along the way, and just lots of fishing trips, because I know you're always going on fishing trips, Carl. So I want to say, I know you were at last week. You were at the canal, correct?
Cape Cod Canal. I was there with about 20 other members of our group.
Right.
And boy, did we hit the fish.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh, we hit the fish. And I think you got some pictures, right?
I think we're going to put some pictures up, Romina.
I'll try to describe them as best I can.
Right. Let's flick that over.
Okay, I believe that's a new member,
There you
Ray.
go.
I don't think he's ever caught a striped bass like that. He just joined that week.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
It's a beautiful bass. I believe his name's
Wow.
Ray.
Beautiful bass. Very nice. As you said, his name is Ray?
Yep.
Congratulations, Ray.
Yep.
I know you're happy on
Ray.
that one, and you're hooked for life, buddy.
He joined on the spot when we got up there.
Amazing.
Right.
Yeah, and he's from Jersey.
Right.
Then you got, this is Paul Diner. He's 6'8". My nickname.
He
for
looks it.
My nickname for him now is Paul Bunyan. He got. I think he got 2 or 3 bass of that quality and size.
And I got to be honest with you. If that guy's 6'8" and he's holding that fish,
yes.
imagine me, a guy like 5'7", who puts that fish next across his body. So that's a nice size fish he's got then.
He's a great guy.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's go on to the next one, honey. Like to see these pictures. This is a nice picture too.
Yeah, it's got the
Coming
bridge
up,
in the back. That's Chris Fortino.
Yeah.
He's a young guy. He's in his 20s,
Nice.
and he's a spectacular fisherman. He does have a nickname. I don't know if I should say it, but I'll say it anyway. His nickname is Spicoli from the movie.
Yep.
But I'm not gonna say
funny.
why. I'll leave that alone. He's got a bigger fish than that. I don't know if you got it in this group, but that was a big striped bass, and that was one of the first ones I
Nice.
caught.
It's a nice, healthy fish.
Yep,
Man. Look
and
at that
that's-
dorsal fin standing up.
That's also like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
It's that's when the bite's on. 5 o'clock in the morning.
Sure.
Pretty picture too.
Yep.
Go to the next one.
So.
Oh, that guy.
Oh man, look at his size.
I believe his name is Austin. He came out from Ohio.
Way to go, Austin.
Yeah, and he was only out here for like 2 days. And he got that.
Wow.
It's amazing. I think it's a fish of a lifetime.
Yeah, that's got to be a 40-pound
It's
fish. High
I don't know.
40s.
We had 4 or 5 groups of guys, and,
Right,
and everybody
right.
had their own little campsites and
Right.
and cabins and stuff. What was cool is that they all go out together, and we will all gang up later on and have some food and whatever.
Right.
We had a couple things together, but he was in a group of guys we call them the Boston boys and the Massachusetts boys. It was a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
And he basically came for like 2 days, came out and he struck gold. He
Yeah,
struck
man,
gold.
that's a
It's
nice
beautiful
fish. Beautiful. Like you said, fish of a lifetime.
Yes,
buddy.
absolutely, absolutely.
My goodness. Congratulations on that. His name is, gentleman's name is Chris?
Austin. I'm not sure of his last name. He was
okay.
He's a non-member, but it was okay.
All right. Hopefully you're watching this, Austin.
Now,
Congratulations on that.
Oh, this is the guy who organized Chuck Bloom. Okay, he's
Chuck
the guy
Bloom,
who organized everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say a quote. He came out first time last year, and the first fish he caught, which was probably a little bit bigger than that, I'll be honest.
Right.
He started screaming, "Whoa, I've never seen fish this big." and he's hooked out, but he organized the whole trip. So kudos to Chuck and his family, Doreen and Crystal. I think we have a picture of Crystal and Chuck Jr. all showed up, which was really good. And again, thank you, Chuck, for helping. Appreciate it.
Go to the next one.
Okay, another new member, Ricardo Lopez.
Yeah.
He joined on the spot, too.
Nice.
He, from New Jersey, I believe it's Jersey.
I like watching.
I don't know,
pictures.
but he got a number of fish that time, and boy is he a talker. He loves to talk. He's a good guy, and like I said, everybody got fish. It was really good.
Nice.
Beautiful
fish.
That's Crystal.
Okay, that's
Crystal Bloom. She's 18 years old. All right. I have a whole video of her catching the fish, me crawling over the rocks to go help her because it's dangerous. You look at the rocks around it. It's all seaweed.
I see it, man.
It's very dangerous.
You need corkers there.
Yeah, and I beat up my corkers. They're done. This is last year from.
Wow.
But that fish right there does not show justice to the size. For whatever reason, that's a 36-inch fish.
Right.
I measured it.
Her name is what again?
Crystal Bloom.
She's on right now. You could see on the writing on the side.
Way to go, Crystal.
Way to go, Crystal. Nice fish, honey. Way to go, honey.
Yes, and you know what? She was really patient, and she really did a great job.
Nice. Beautiful. Love to hear it. Let's get a little.
Oh, there's Chris Fortino again with his second fish.
Nice. That's a big fish right there.
And that was, I think, on the last day we were there, last full day we were there.
Look at that dorsal fin, man. He's still raring to go.
Check out his pants.
Yeah. He got right out of bed and said, I'm not changing.
It's all good. Yeah, that's exactly what we do.
Nice. And this gentleman's name is?
Is Chris Fortino.
Chris Fortino.
A.K.A. Spicoli.
Nice. Hey, Spicoli, how you doing? Listen.
You know, it's hardcore because we're waking up at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Sure.
And, you know, we're out there with lights and we're going on these slippery rocks and we're waiting for a splash. We're waiting for a notice of something going on. And sometimes it doesn't happen.
Right.
When all you're getting is good pictures. That's about it.
Right.
Then all of a sudden it opens up. It's lightning. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I got to thank, again, a crew, the Boston boys, who put us on this originally like 4 years ago. And, wow, it's turning into an annual trip now.
It's a beautiful thing, baby. I love that. I love that. Love it.
Oops.
Oh, man. So who do we got now, honey? I want to see this guy's fish, too.
Oh, that's Paul again.
Oh, yeah, that's Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan. Way to go, man. You're catching some nice fish, man.
Yep. Oh, that's Chuck Jr.
Chuck Jr.
He showed up the last 2 days, and, of course, he was able to get some fish. And let me tell you something. He was probably high hook last year.
Wow.
Last year, he probably got like 12 fish well over 30 inches.
Right. Beautiful.
No, and there's Jeff Areo, all right, a Boston boy.
Yes.
He actually tied with Chris for the largest fish, which was just over 44 inches.
Nice, man. Those are nice fish, man.
And both of them won $300 gift certificates to Century Rod.
Wow.
So it was supposed to be for one person, but since they tied, the right thing to do is give out 2 of them. But I'll get into that a little bit. Yeah, it's all good. And Jeff's he's actually from Massachusetts. I mailed out your gift certificates today.
There you go.
So
I want to make a big shout out here, Gelso Preselli. Nice to see you, Gelso. So who's this guy right here? This guy.
That's me. You know, it's funny because the first 2 or 3 days I struck out.
And
I realized what I did wrong. And you always figure these things out. I had a lure last year. I'm not going to mention it, but it worked last year, but this year it didn't work at all. And that's why I don't want to mention it. I don't want to, put down a lure. But then I went to the Magic Swimmer, Seabill Magic Swimmer, and boom, it was like lightning. I got 4 fish in like 15 minutes.
Wow.
It was just amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, and you know what? That fish right there is about 34, I guess, give or take.
Yeah.
I didn't beat my record from last year, which was 41.
Okay.
But listen, I had a great time.
That's what it's about.
No one got injured. I look out for everybody. Everybody had a good time.
That's what it's about.
And it's
That's
all
what
good.
it's about.
It's all good.
Yep. Excellent. So I enjoy that. I want to make my trip one day also. I want to head up to the canal. What turns me off about the canal, I got to tell you, Carl, is that the amount of people, some of the pictures I get there by the shoreline or by the bank area, It's like tons of people. I mean,
It is, but most people work as a team.
Okay.
And that's what's good about it. Most people work, you cast, at 2 o'clock and you slowly go this way, this way. Everybody casts around. There's only one area that's very difficult to deal with, and that's by the railroad bridge. And I tend to stay away from it because every year there's a fight over this, that, and everything. And in fact, that kid, Chris Fortino, last year got a hook right through his hand. And I had to take him to the hospital at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
And I didn't know where I was, and it was at the height of COVID. I couldn't go in with him, this, that, and everything. And you know what the kid did? He came back and went fishing again and got bass.
Oh, man.
Talking about resilient.
Chris Fortino, man.
Yeah.
I know he's out there listening right now. Yo, man, what's up, brother?
He probably has his mom listening and everything right now.
Yeah, without a doubt. He should have her listening.
And his sister's one heck of a fisherman.
Is she really?
Angler, I should say. Holly, yeah.
Okay, all right, good. We got a nice angler on here also. We got Heaven and Al Outdoors. Al also puts out some nice pictures of meals that she actually cooks with some of the catch that she has. I mean, she's an excellent cook. These things look like gourmet meals. Al, thank you for always supporting me. Big shout out to you. We'll also leave a description on the bottom of this video. Now, for everybody who doesn't know, we got a couple of things going up today. And obviously, everybody's here for this baby. It's a $300. You can tell them about this.
It's a $300 gift certificate from Century Rod Advanced Fishing USA.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good for 1 year. And, there you go. Got to get it in there. And it's going to go out to some lucky raffle person who does something in the comments, right? Makes a comment or something?
Yep. You got to put up a comment on my most recent video. Go and do it. There's no rush. Go leave a comment on it. And at the end of the show, we got a comment picker here. We're going to run it, and whoever name comes up is going to win that. That'll be the last prize. I also have some other things here. Guys, Vinnie's Customs. I received my order this week. I ordered a few lures, quite a few lures from him. And I want to, what's that, hon?
You're on now.
Oh, thank you. She's so sweet. I'm on now. So we're going to auction these off. I got, well, not auction them off. I always say auction. It's a giveaway. It's 2.81 ounces. Nice little popper there, top water popper. It's got little Vinnie signature here on the side. Also, you got a heel on, 0.9 ounces. Nice little lure also. This is dynamite stuff. Wait till you get it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And each one of these prizes, one guy will end up with a half-ounce bucktail. The other guy will end up with a three-quarter-ounce bucktail. One white, one green and white. But that's at the end of the show.
Excellent.
And that should be lots and lots of fun. Okay. So, again, in order to get that, you got to go to that video, leave a comment on that video. That's my latest video. Leave a comment on that, and you're in. You're in. And at the end of the show, when I say your name, make sure you're here, because if you're not here, it's going to the next guy. Other than that, right now, let's, what else do we got to show? I want to take a quick look, and I'll show you, Carl, because we didn't get, what's this right here?
Oh, my list here?
Yeah.
Oh, this is my list of things to talk about.
Also, tell me.
If you give me some airtime,
Tell me what's next on that list, buddy.
Well, first of all, American anglers, like I said, we're 90% surf fishermen, surf anglers, and that's, lures, bait, this, that, and everything. So we run a few tournaments every year, and we have a monster one coming up on October 10th, and that one's in Seaside Park. It's called the American Angler Classic. We have two of them a year, one in LBI and another one in Seaside Park. And that one's on October 10th. And all you got to do is go to AmericanAnglerUS.com, and you can just download the application. We have over $2,500 worth in retail prizes, including some big ones from Century Rod, Advanced Fishing USA, Costa Del Mar, and a whole bunch more. It's too much to really list right here. But we also do all the ASAC tournaments, which is the Association of Surf Angling Clubs. And they do about 12 tournaments a year. And we participate in almost 100% of them, which is really cool. And they travel up and down the east coast of Jersey. And during non-COVID times, it's really, really fun because they feed you and they do raffles and this, that, and whatever. But you compete against other teams. And luckily in 2019, American Angler was only 2 years old. We came in fourth place out of 117 teams. So that's a good achievement. And we were only 2 years old. I love doing that. It's a really good thing. But we also do head-to-heads, and what that is, we challenge other fishing clubs on a certain beach, wherever that may be, in Seagirt, Seaside Park, Berkeley Beach, LBI, wherever that may be.
Mr. Poseidon's group, get your gear ready.
Yes, there's going to be something coming up. I'm going to bring that up. But we challenge other fishing clubs and organizations and groups or whatever. Right now we have a competition against the Seagirt Surf Kings and another one with Bayside Dave out of LBI.
Nice.
And a new one that's being proposed, okay, in April of 2022. I call it the Battle of the Pier, which I believe that's going to be our group, American Angler, versus your team.
That's
okay?
right. Me and my wife. Can you handle us?
Well, and your followers.
Absolutely, 100%. I'm teasing.
What we're going to try to do is this. I have the insurance to cover everything on the pier. We're going to do a fish off for a couple hours. All right. Probably do a little barbecue after, and I'll take care of some sort of real nice prize for whoever gets the biggest striped bass. Now,
I'll get in that prize too,
now,
guys.
If you don't know Piermont, okay, and I think you can back me up on this, Eric.
Yes.
Mr. Poseidon.
Yes. Okay, that's fine.
And if you back, I probably landed over 200 striped bass there this spring alone.
It
was fantastic.
We had a great year.
It was fantastic.
It was great.
It was a fantastic year.
My best year I ever had over there.
Right. And so we're going to try to propose that for next year. It's definitely weather prevented. You know, you got to be careful with the weather there because it can get nasty. It's out in the open nuts and it's a canyon basically. But we're going to try to do that somewhere early April. We'll get back to everybody and figure out.
Right after January, we'll have the plans. We'll have everything set.
Well, I need like 2 months to deal with the town. The town does their borough council meetings, this, that, and everything, and I got to play, that kind of thing.
We live in a tough town. Such a tough town.
That's right. But basically, we do a lot with American Angler, and we do a lot of side things, and we got great camaraderie, and we have a great group of people, and one thing about American Angler is not only does it, we get you out to do fishing, we teach you stuff, this, that, and everything. We also get, we get discounts from all the tackle shops in the area. I mean, the one that you and I go to is Arts right up here in New York.
Right.
That's a local one, a Jigging World in just over the border in Jersey.
Right.
I think they're called Tackle World now.
Yeah.
And all the tackle shops up and down New Jersey, down to Florida, and even we're trying to do it up in New England now. So we're just a group of people that really like to promote surf fishing and what we do. And sometimes we strike out.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to tell you, I like what you said about that. We're just surf fishermen. We're out there. We're trying to do what we can do. We're trying to do the best we can do. I believe the same thing. People say, oh, you got into YouTube, you start this thing, you think you're going to be a millionaire, blah, blah. No. If I do something in my life, it's because I like it. I'm not going to do something just to go and make money. I'm not going to do that. That's my job. I got one of those already. But here, I really care about the surf fishermen in general. My friends, man, that's what I like. They're doing too. So right there, we got something in common. I love it. I love that you have these competitions. That's exciting.
Yes.
Especially, even if you're not going to catch anything and win the prize, you got a nice burger waiting for you at the end of the day.
You know what I love the most?
Yeah.
What I love the most is teaching people.
Yeah, it's great.
We have something coming up on September 18th in Seaside Heights, which is going to be Surf Fishing 101.
Right.
And that's everything from the knots, how to throw a cast net, how to cast far, drive on the beach 4x4. We're trying to figure all that out now. It's the first time we're ever doing it. But we have one guy in charge of it, Ron, who I think he's on right now. Him and I have been going back and forth with, how to deal with this. But it's something new, and I have a passion to teach people, especially like knots.
Yes.
Because when I first started out, no one taught me knots. And eventually one guy sat down with me, Tony, my friend Tony.
Sure.
He sat down with me, and he taught me like 3 basic knots. And I'll tell you right now, I have never lost a fish because of it.
I know.
Since.
I lost a fish on my last one because of a knot, but I think it had more to do because I didn't check my my gear. And like I tell people all the time, if you're going for that big cow and you want that big cow, you got to have fresh gear on every single time.
You mean like the whole rigging and everything?
Yeah,
Yes.
And I screwed up. I got a nice fish. I dropped it right in the middle of a pot of peanut bunker. And next thing you know, you can see it on the video. It just hits my rod. And I knew it was a good fish. It wasn't a shark. It wasn't anything like that. It was good bluefish, or I felt it was a striper. But whatever it was, I lost it because I didn't take care of my gear. I didn't do the right thing. I had to change it.
Yep.
Next day I went, I put on, you see on the video, on the latest video, I put my new braided line in. I went up to Arts Bait and Tackle. He changed my line over there. And I changed everything. I made brand new leaders, and I still got the same leader I used when I first went out. Why? Because I really changed it up, made sure everything was right.
You can't be lazy.
I
I'm not
can't
saying
be
you.
lazy.
I'm not
I
saying
was
you
lazy,
were,
but I was.
Look, I got one friend that I constantly told to change his rig, and he would leave it for like a month, the same rig, and he would fish like once or twice a week.
Right, right.
And finally, he came up to me. He goes, "I had a fish of a lifetime, and it broke because I didn't change that knot."
Yeah, that hurts.
You know, and he knew he had it, and that's the little techniques that we try to teach people.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be a polymer knot, snelling it,
Right.
or changing your hook out, or the leader line, or whatever it may be.
That also hurt me. You know, everything has changed. Everything is great, and then you put your brand new lure on, put a nice popper on, you throw it out there, you get that big fish. It's giving you a 10-minute fight, and you lost them. You feel the lure still on, you pull it in, and then you see the hook is bent.
Right.
Now, that's even worse than breaking your line.
Well,
dude.
I have a really good picture of a hooked bent like
Yeah,
crazy.
I know. It's happened to me. It's happened to me twice. It's happened to me. And you know what? Again, I'm going to tell people, if you're going to buy a little less lure or whatever, and you feel like you're going for that big cow, you want that big fish, you got to get your VMC hooks on. You got to get the 4 times stronger. You got to get hooks that are not going to give out on you. You don't want it to be a human error, because that's the worst feeling, man.
Right.
I lost that I lost that fish in the river this year. It was 35 pounds because of me.
Well,
because I didn't have the drag loose enough.
Right. You always check that.
And I screwed it.
Yeah,
But anyway.
and there's little things like that. And we had one guy up in the canal this week who had his hook bent like crazy.
Yeah, right.
But he got the fish though.
He got
He
it.
got it. Okay, and that's one thing. But
the bob kept him alive.
Right. But about positioning hooks though is another big thing.
Right.
Fishing right next to me, Joe Albanese. I think you're on. Hey Joe.
Yeah. Hey, Joe.
He was throwing. I think it was a popper.
Right.
He was throwing it for a solid day, and he wasn't getting nothing. He got smacks.
Yeah,
But it wasn't hooking up.
Yeah.
And then him and I started talking about it that like a couple days later, a day or so later, and realized that he only had one single hook on the back.
Wow.
And that's for bluefish.
Yeah, that's for bluefish in the back.
Right,
because, you know, stripers hit the front. That's
They
what
hit
I
the
got
front,
on these
right.
lures here. I
Right.
think I got
Right.
single hooks in the back. And
he changed up his
Yeah.
setup, and boom, he got fish.
nice.
You know, it's the little things like that.
The little things.
that add up
No doubt.
to make you a better angler. And
Without a doubt.
that's what I like to do. I like to teach.
Okay.
But I'm still learning too.
Oh, and we all are. And if you're really good fishermen, Carl, you always are learning.
Oh,
In this industry, guys, listen to me. We're always learning. You don't know everything. I know everything, but everybody else doesn't. I'm kidding. It's you're always learning because there's guys that do things differently, and then you say to yourself, "Wow, I never thought about that." So you're always learning. That's all I'm trying to say. I mean, I'm not saying nobody here is a good fisherman. There's great fishermen here. We're all great fishermen, but you always got to leave your mind open to learn more. So what I want to get to next, Carl, which is very important to me. So I had mentioned to you that I have a Century rod, and those are my 2 favorite rods that I use. Now, I'm being honest, everybody, and to anybody out there, I don't want to offend anybody or anything like that. I never do. But my favorite rod that I like using is my GSP Lamiclass. Great rod. I love it. But I also have another favorite, and sometimes I don't know which one to take, but I will tell you this. It's a Century. It's an AF, and you had saw it just now. It's just above your head.
Yep, AF 1327, a.k.a. Slingshot.
If you want to just go up and pull it, and we could just put that piece right in front of you.
I don't know.
So stay that way, face towards me, and you bring it down. I'll give you a hand on that.
No, you stay.
Yeah. Attaboy. So just give it to you on this side. And I just want to show the fellas. There it is. Oh, it's going to be upside down. It's going to be upside
the
down.
other way?
But that's it the other way, yeah. We're not going to be able to do it in
It's
here.
a single piece.
It's a single
Anyway,
piece,
it's a beautiful rod.
It's a beautiful rod, man. It's one of my favorite rods.
And that's one of my major sponsors, too.
Yeah.
The guy who does it, Mike Kulik, I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, he can hear you.
He's a major sponsor of ours, and he just got me a Slingshot myself. I took it up to the canal.
Yeah.
And I took it up to the canal.
Just like that, buddy.
And basically, it was a killer rod.
Yeah, I
and
love
it felt like it was outperforming me.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now. When and what's the name of the gentleman that you said?
Mike Kulik.
Okay, Mike Kulik. This goes to, I just want to let you know that, you know, I have my specific rods to do for specific jobs. What do I mean by that? If I'm out there and I got a 3/4 inch bucktail, a 3/4 ounce bucktail, I'm really not going to use your rod, even though I can. I can cast with any rod out there. But I like I have St. Croix rods, fast action rods that the tips really bend, and I can fling those things out a mile. But I'm going to be serious with you guys. If I'm casting something like this out, which I think is tremendous, 2.8 ounces here. This is Vinnie's Customs. If I put this lure right here on your rod, it's still going out. It's still going out right now. I mean, I love it. That rod is excellent. And I like to use it also, believe it or not, for bait fishing. I love it. It's a strong rod. I can throw it out far. I can put up to 5 ounces out there. Now, look, I'm a fisherman, so I want you guys to see something. Put that view on for Carl, honey.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about what happened yesterday.
So I got all kinds of slits in my fingers here. Look at this.
It looks like he's giving me, forget it.
I know. So, but I got all kinds of slits in my hands, and I wear, taping things. Sometimes I forget to put them on. I'm too excited. I'm running for the beach. But I have to tell you that rod that you have here, the slingshot, the 1327, was it?
That's an AF 1327.
Yeah, 1327. That's a dynamite rod. I love it. It is a powerful rod. Nothing, not a jetty, not anything can put any kind of dent or nick in that rod. It's just a really good rod. And I wanted to tell you that personally. But Carl, tell me some more about these Century rods.
Well, first you threw one yesterday.
Yeah, that's the one I cut myself. Yeah. I'm still bleeding.
And I warned him. I said, do you wear a finger guard, this, that, and everything? He's like, yeah, I do, but I don't. Look at the battle bruises I got, this, that, and everything.
Right.
I said, all right, well, cast it, and sure as could be.
Yeah, it was. I felt it really, and I was on the pier with him, and he was on the competition. He goes, just take a check out with it. Right. So I did. I set myself up. I lit up, and I went wham. And the next thing I know, that thing felt like it hit my bone. Mm-hmm. And I want to tell you, there's a bunch of men around. I didn't want to go. I was in pain. That thing slit me, and then my wife saw me. She was in the car. She's like, "What happened to your hand?"
Right. Question to you.
Yeah.
How many of your fellow friends wear the finger guards?
Not many, to be honest. I can't deal. There's people that wear those thick finger guard things. I can't deal with that.
I got a couple guys in our group that wear actual gloves.
Yeah,
actual gloves.
I'll be honest with you. I wear that tape, that KT tape. It comes in strips this big. You want to strip the whole thing, and it stretches. And the sticking formula, whatever they have, is powerful. So I wrap the whole finger all the way down. Mm-hmm. And when you do that, I feel it stays on, and it does. So it gives me some good feel.
Right.
And I'm not afraid to throw the line out.
Yeah. A lot of guys use hockey tape. I don't know if that's the
same
thing.
Okay. No, it's not, Clark, because I'll tell you why. The hockey tape is like plastic. So in cold conditions, if I'm fishing sometimes November, December, certain areas, cold conditions, that thing gets hard.
Right.
And I want to be able to feel.
Right.
The cloth allows me to feel. It stays stuck to my skin. I got to give you a couple of strips you tell me you could try.
Well, I don't use it.
You don't use it?
At all.
I saw you yesterday fling that 5 ounce out. Guys, I'm not fooling around. Look at me. Put me on alone here. This has to be without Carl looking here. I flung that thing out yesterday. It was so heavy. I was like shocked. When I saw him take it and put it out about maybe 3/4 more than I did. I mean, that's his rod. He knows his rod. And he just didn't get cut or anything with a 5 ounce weight on there.
No finger.
Pyramid.
I do it all the time. And here's the thing. If you're going to cut yourself, you know what the problem is? Your drag is something wrong with your drag, I think.
You think so?
Yep.
You know what? I might have had it on too tight. I'm a guy who likes to leave on his drag a little
vice
tight.
versa. If it's a little loose.
If it's a little loose,
it slides.
And then you say, you see, I learn something every day.
Now, once in a blue moon, I will go out there and I'll forget to check
Poland spring water to you, buddy.
So occasionally I forget to do that, and knock on wood.
Yeah.
I haven't had it happen this year, but usually like once or twice a year I get cut. Right. And it's usually not bad, and I realize right away what the mistake I made. We do a lot of competition, so sometimes you're running around because everybody's pulling up fish.
Right.
And as a team, you're supposed to keep on going.
Of course.
And sometimes you forget the little things like that, and boom.
Right.
And then you got a bigger problem.
Right.
Anyway, I got the Band-Aid for you. So
yeah, it's a beautiful thing, buddy. I appreciate that.
It's all right. It's
a beautiful thing. And again, I want to mention to you guys out there, thanks for sticking through the show right now, because we had technical difficulties for about 15 minutes. We didn't have any sound. My lovely wife. Let me show you her. No, that's not my lovely wife. There she is, my lovely wife. There she is right here. See, we have different angles now. Carl is sitting in where my wife see. But she hooked it up, man. She did the right thing. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for that, darling. I appreciate it. My lovely wife.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
Oh, my God.
And by the way,
Yes.
what a beautiful setup you have
Oh,
here.
thank
what
you.
a beautiful set. I mean, I'm
man.
sure you got
Thank
cameras all over the
you.
place.
Yeah.
This is high-end stuff, guys. This is the show's
Right.
going to go somewhere. The show's
Yeah, I
definitely going to go
appreciate
there,
it.
you know. It's
Thank
really
you.
nice. And I
you.
fished with him before, and he
Yeah.
definitely knows what he's doing. I see him down
Vice
the pier,
versa.
usually a lot more in the spring.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
you know, there was one time he was driving by me. It was dark out, and I was on the side. This is during the height of COVID. And all of a sudden he just screamed, "Hey, Carl, what are you doing?" And this was like 11 or 12 o'clock at night.
My wife was with me that
Oh,
night.
yeah. Remember.
This is truth. Let me make it sound more realistic. This is what happened. I'm driving down the road, and I'm with my wife, and I notice a car on the side of the road. This is private property. This is no fooling around. You can't go on people's property there. But Carl had, which I didn't know, but he had permission. They said, just be quiet. Carl's like, no problem. I'm here alone. So as I'm driving by, I see Carl, and I was so excited. I stop with the car. I'm like, hey, Carl, how you doing? He comes running up to the car. I was like, what's wrong? So then I got it.
Wow.
So he had a nice little spot there. I know you
Yeah.
tried to get in touch with them. You wrote them 2 letters.
I wrote him a letter just in the early spring. I said, "Can
And
I go back?"
they still said to you, they said, who was that person that was screaming?
No,
on
they
the
didn't. Do
I
that.
know.
They didn't do that. No. Since then, they put up no trespassing signs, but they gave me special permission because I cleaned up after a few people there that were left, McDonald's and beer cans and things
Right.
of that nature. I cleaned up, and they saw that, and they said, "Hey, you could stay here anytime. Just make sure it's just you, and
Nice.
there's, you take what you brought,
And I want to tell you also, you mentioned cleanup. That's one thing, guys, I want to show everybody here. Guys, I want to let you know that when you go fishing, just try, before you start fishing. I know it's exciting and you first get to your spot and you want to fish. Clean up the area. Bring a little small bag with you. Just a couple of pieces will do justice, because if you didn't, those pieces would still be laying there. And if everybody did that just a little bit, we'd have a lot better, cleaner areas to fish in, and just to be sanitary, to keep our areas clean for future generations to enjoy the same thing we did. And I know Carl is very, very strict on that. I remember fishing with him once. He's like, yo, dude, you got a lot of garbage here. Let's clean it up. So right away, I don't say a word. We cleaned it up. We cleaned the area. And then we fish, and we have a better time also. And
Can I tell you a story that happened just yesterday?
Yeah. Tell me.
So I'm fishing there just before you guys showed up, and these 2 ladies came up to me, and pier people that are on the pier every day, came up to me and said, "Hey, are you Carl Hartmann?" I said, "Yeah." I just want to thank you for what you do here. We heard that you clean up after yourself and clean up everybody else's stuff. And I said, "How did you hear about this? I don't know who you are,
Right.
And they said, "Oh, the guy back in the tent who's measuring all the fish back there, this, that, and everything. He talked about you, how you clean these up, clean that up, and you leave the place all piled." Yeah. And they had heard
Take
that
notes, guys. Take notes.
And I did a major cleanup there back in January. There was a big bunker kill right there in January.
Right.
Anyway, I did a major cleanup. I filled up like 2 or 3 bags, and I didn't even fish. I just went there to clean it up. And so I did the backstory to this is that I went back to the guys at the tent, Joe and the Hudson River guys.
Right.
I said, "Was it you guys?" And Joe turns around and he's like, "Yeah," because they started to give him problems right away because, they didn't like the fishermen leaving hooks and bags and whatever all over the place, and they recognized that it's fishermen. And Joe turned around and says, "Well, there's a guy up there right now who cleans up after himself every time, and that's me."
Right.
And it turned out they gave me a kudos. It was a nice thing to hear. You know what I mean?
But in the end, that package, that prize package you got, they gave it to me because I'm really the guy who cleans down there.
Oh, there you go.
I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
But you know what? We do a cleanup. I've done a cleanup in the Hackensack River for the last 3 years.
I'm going to join you this year, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely going to join you.
It's I put out a fishing rod even though it's like cold out. I know I'm not going to get anything, but you never know.
Hey, they got down there, they got those, shoot, I think it's the pikes down there.
Oh, what do you mean?
By that area where the spill is.
Well, I don't know. No, I think that's Sea Caucus. I think you're talking.
I think I might be talking.
Yeah, I'm talking in Ridgefield Park over by the train tracks and stuff. It's just really nasty over there.
Okay,
yeah. And I got pictures. I can always put them up.
Right.
One time I filled up 7 garbage bags. I mean, big. Wow. And there was one time there was an actual kitchen sink there.
Right.
And it was just it's sad what people do.
Right.
It's really sad. And it's our environment.
Yeah. Guys, I just want to let you know that this week we're going to go a little extended. We're going to go to 8:30. I'm sorry, you got to wait for that prize, guys. But Carl's here. We had those technical difficulties. Man, the sweat went away. I mean, it was torture. We never had a problem like that. But other than that, we're going to be here till 8:30. We're going to be here with Carl Hartmann. He's our guest from American Anglers. You can find him on Facebook. This guy has over 7,500 followers. He runs a lot of competitions, say that again, Carl.
A lot of tournaments. A lot of, and some of them are very friendly, and some of them are very competitive.
Wow, I thought you were going to say, like, bring your boxing gloves.
No, it's not that bad. It's not bad. We're all comrades, and,
Yeah.
we teach each other stuff.
Absolutely,
I'm
buddy.
learning stuff every day that I didn't know before. And
God bless you.
For example, we didn't know what the right rigs to use in September for a couple of years, and we
Right.
finally figured it out, and it just made us so much better.
Of course.
So much better. And we make our own rigs now.
And that's a beautiful thing, baby. You
Yeah.
got teamwork. There isn't anything better.
And we like to sit back when done, have a sandwich, have a soda or something
Right.
like that. And then we sit back.
I'm going to have a hot dog and a burger, but anyway.
But we also like this Saturday we have a big picnic coming up. Our annual picnic. We actually leased out an island.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's called Berkeley Island.
Okay.
It's in Bayville, New Jersey.
Okay.
We got the big pavilion. We have special permits for everything.
Wow.
And you can crab and fish right off of it.
Guys, you're hearing this. Is the public invited to this? Can they pay a fee?
No, but if they give me a buzz, I'll see what I could do
There
about that.
you go. You see it right there. American Angler, at American Angler. Leave him a direct message on Instagram. He'll get back to you.
Or
And probably the
Facebook,
answer's going to be no, unless it's over $7. You'll let him in.
No.
I'm kidding,
But listen, all the food was donated from Stop and Shop.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
And we have a key member. His name is Chris. He's helped us out a lot with a lot of things, and so we're getting a lot of burgers.
I'm so
sausages.
impressed. I'm taking lessons right now.
And here's the thing: the key to my group,
Right,
I should say our group,
Right.
is volunteers. If you don't have the key people around you, a lot of things fall down. You know what
Right.
I mean? And like I was just thinking, the guy who's going to be cooking that day, who's a chef anyway, his name is Craig.
Right.
He volunteered to do it, and then he got other guys like Ron, who's putting together the structure of it. His wife is doing all the little giveaways and whatnot in it. We're going to be doing like cornhole. There's a splash park there. It's just a fun time. Last year it was like 98 degrees, and we still had a great time.
Yeah,
we
so I'll have a good time in any kind of night.
Right, and then it's tournament season.
Yeah, right.
September 11th is our first one.
Wow.
Okay, we're going down to Avalon, New Jersey. I think we have 2 or 3 teams already.
What is that for? Is that bluefish, stripers, or anything?
Almost everything, but we'll probably target kingfish and bluefish.
Got it.
That's the area for kingfish.
Absolutely.
Likely. I mean, there's really going to be no stripers around of
Very
legal
nice.
legal size. That is.
Right.
But
Exactly.
a lot of other things make if you get something like a sea robin, it might be a point. A shark is a point. But if you get a fluke, which is still in season, and it's 18 inches,
Yeah,
that's 18
right.
points.
It's a beautiful thing,
You
baby.
can still get that off the beach,
Nice.
And then we doing our Surf Fishing 101, which is on the 18th of September.
Right.
And then we got I think the LBI Fishing Club hosts theirs in
Right.
Harvey Cedars, New Jersey, which is LBI.
You got me very excited, Carl, when you had mentioned to me yesterday. I saw you down. You want to put up the picture with me, Carl, and Rich? So yesterday I was down. I saw Carl. He was at the event he was throwing, which is the
it was the Catfish Chaos.
Catfish Chaos.
with the Hudson River Fishermen's Association.
Not that one, honey. The other one with Carl. There it is. That one. The Carl and Rick.
Yeah.
There you go. So yesterday I saw them down, and I stopped by. Rick is a very nice man. What a dynamite guy. He was down there with his mother, his wife, and his daughter.
Granddaughter.
Granddaughter, excuse me.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And she got a fish.
Wow. And she
She
did get a
caught the
fish.
fish.
She
Yeah.
did?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think she named it Frankie. I think she's 7 years old.
Yeah, I met Carl down there yesterday, and he was telling me about these competitions, and what lit my eyes up was he was like, my group against your group. And Rick, I want to let you guys know. Now, guys, look, you're with the Poseidon team here, right? Hey, how you doing, Mr. Poseidon? So Rick was already telling me, look, why don't you just give me the money now, and we'll call it a day. So I just want to let you go and the guys know that the spark is lit. This is going to happen next April. I'll let you know after January exact dates when it's going to happen with my team member here, Carl. He's going to help me out. He did say he have the insurance purposes. The pier will probably be closed for those few hours. Am I right?
Well, no, you can't close it, but
Okay.
we're going to do it at hours. Hopefully, there's no difficulties.
That's okay.
You know what
There
I mean?
never is any
You know,
difficulties there.
well, there's
Most
a lot-
people are nice, good people.
99% of them, but what it is they're concerned about cars being on the pier with people walking.
Yes, that's a little tough.
It's tough, and the kids are riding little bikes.
Yes,
and stuff.
yes.
So I'm going to caution everybody, please go slow.
Absolutely.
You
Let them
go
know.
slow.
Let them know again.
Yep.
Follow the laws.
Yep.
Have your permits. Have
Yep.
everything
Oh,
ready.
that's a big thing there too.
Yes.
That's a big thing. You got to have your New York State
that
marine
on.
license. You got to have that because they do.
That's
check
free,
there.
guys. That's
Yep.
free online.
They do check there quite a bit.
How can they get that? Can you tell them? Tell
I know,
them how to
I
get
just,
it.
all I could tell you is to go to DEC
Right.
web page, and
Wait.
then there's a place for registration.
I got an idea, honey. Can you help us? Where do we get our marine license from?
DEC. Go to the DEC page.
I thought you knew.
Department of Environmental
Department of Environmental
Conservation, yeah.
Conservation.
There she goes. Now she's
Yeah.
working.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
clicked
You
in now.
know that too. You know that.
They work together as a team. Look
Yeah,
at that.
yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
it
we have
works.
to.
It
We have
works.
to. And you're part of that team today, Carl. I appreciate
Hey,
you coming by.
I'm very happy to be here. I mean,
Without
this is
doubt.
you got. I don't know if you guys can actually see all these pictures up here.
Let me see
But
if they can see
they're
it.
really pretty. They're really nice.
Yeah.
And
oh,
you know,
and I want a big shout out. Can you pass me that picture? I just want to do a shout out here.
Oh.
That one.
Who drew
I'll
you
pass
that?
it over. I'll pass it
Okay.
over to you next.
Okay.
So, guys, I want to let you know. Let me put on Carl's view on this because that's the top-notch lens I have here. So there it is. That goes out to Riverkeeper at Instagram. Riverkeeper drew this up for me. He says, send me some pictures of your jewelry, what hat you're wearing, drift waders, ODM bag, surf bag, my Van Stol and a big striper behind. You can see the chain. I got them. Thank you for that. Montauk, there it is in the back. And a nice cheese moon that I love so much. Thank you, Riverkeeper, for that. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so, I'm sorry. Let me give that over to my friend Carl, honey.
Oh yeah.
He drew this up, Carl, and he sent it to me. Look how nice that is.
You know, that could be our logo one day.
Yeah, one day it could
You know,
be the
that-
logo, yeah.
The logo we have was hand drawn.
Really?
Right, yes,
Yeah, I could see. I know your hand logo, yeah.
Well, it wasn't mine. I didn't. I actually I got a guy to do it. I just told him what I needed,
Right,
and
right.
he took care of it for me. This, that, and you know, it's probably one of the more well-known logos out there in the fishing world now.
Yeah, it is.
It's
I
out there.
love your whole setup. I
Yeah.
love your truck. You got to see this guy's
Well,
truck.
if you wait.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
you do that, let's
Yeah.
show the logo. It's on my back.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Hold on, Carl. Hold on, buddy. Yeah, perfect. American Angler Fishing Team. There it is. If you got a camera, now's your chance, guys.
There you go. There you go.
It's a beautiful thing.
Hope I'm not too fat.
No, don't worry. The fat end is on this side.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
So I love fishing, guys. I love fishing. Let me show you really quick. I love fishing to death. I love it. I love Montauk. I'm always out there. You know, for me, just to go out to Montauk and not catch any fish, but go with Carl, I know it's going to be a good time. We're all going to talk about fishing. Even our wives will be there together. We will have a good time because we're fishermen. We're in our element. And Montauk is a beautiful, Carl.
Yeah, I've been there.
Oh.
And, you know, it's a fishing town.
Yeah, it's a
And
fishing town.
You know how you could tell is because
Yeah.
the last time I was there, we sat down in a local diner,
Right.
and the lady comes up to us, and instead of saying, you know, what can I get you? She goes, "What'd you catch today?"
Yeah, there you go.
How cool is that? I mean, you know,
That is cool.
it's all good.
That is cool,
Yeah.
man. I love that. Definitely love that. So I want to say also that fishing out in Montauk, I want to let you guys know that October 19th, write these dates down, guys. October 19th through the 22nd, I'm running my first barbecue. I don't know what I'm going to name it yet. But, guys, I've already made reservations. I will be at the Montauk Manor. Montauk Manor is running a special, about $118 a night. Consider that in October a very, very good price in Montauk. They have hit the middle class hard, which includes me. But luckily, we're surf casting fishermen, and we know how to sleep in the back of a vehicle just fine.
Got to get a slide-on camper. That's my next thing.
I know,
That's what I'm
happening.
going to do.
That's
Because
what I'm getting.
Don't they have a camping site like in Heather's Hills up there?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And that's the place to go.
Yeah.
The only thing is we got to make reservations now
Yep.
to get a good spot next June or something.
Right.
Which is at least a good spot time we can catch them on the beaches
Right.
then.
And just put a
Something.
satellite dish up or
I'm
something. Yeah.
telling you, buddy. Yeah, you ain't kidding.
I know. They do.
Carl, what does the satellite say? 40 feet to the right, chuck it.
Yeah. Stay off my beach.
There you go.
No, it's
Chris
all
Florentino, let's go. Yeah,
There he is,
boy,
Mr.
two
Fortino.
fish. You got two fish up there, right?
Right?
Hey,
He's,
Spicoli.
no, that two fish that we got pictures of, he probably got another 15.
No, I know he did, but those were two nice fish.
Yeah, it was very nice fish.
And I got to be honest with you, Carl. When I see a guy take a picture and that dorsal fin is standing, it's telling me one thing: he's quick.
Yeah.
He's quick because that dorsal fin isn't going to stand up for a while. After that, it'll get into a critical situation and the dorsal fin goes down. When it's still up, it's still raring to go.
Or you see a red belly, that's a sign that it's bad.
There you go. That's another one. That's correct.
I want to tell you a little bit more about the canal trip.
Tell me that.
Well,
right there.
Yeah. What was so cool is I think about 95% of our fish went back in the water. I think one fish was kept.
That's nice.
And a fish looked like it was struggling. So
good.
You know, their slot limit was basically, I think it was 28 to 34 3/4 or something like that.
Oh, really?
And so almost every fish is over that.
Yeah, right.
Almost every fish is over that.
It's quite incredible.
But we practice catch and release consistently, especially here in Jersey,
Me too.
New York and New Jersey.
Me too.
I only kept one bass from Piermont last year.
Right.
And that's because my neighbor wanted it. And I said, okay, yeah, and I gave it to him. And that was it, you know. And that's circle hooks. They do work, especially if you're using bait and stuff. They do work. But the canal, we put all the fish back. And the silly thing was 2 or 3 years ago, all the fish were kept.
Yeah, I know.
It's changed completely, which is all a good thing.
Absolutely.
We should see the population get a lot better in a matter of a few years.
And that's why, you know, and I told people this year, we had a good river season. Especially that one day, I think you were down there. We were killing them that day.
I tagged 10 fish this year.
Oh, Carl, did you tag?
I tagged 10 fish.
Before I forget, have you ever gotten a call back from a tag fish? What's your farthest call back?
Well, I'm gonna tell you my two. I'm gonna tell you one of my best friends.
Right there, right on the camera.
My two was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
The fish were caught, you know, around 22, 23 inches, something like that. I don't know off the top of my head, but the fish ended up being recaptured in Connecticut.
Right.
Okay, but I got a story to tell you. My friend Tony, his nickname is Tagger Tony.
Right.
He caught a fish in 1990 off one of the piers in New York City. It was 13 inches long. He tagged it, put it back in the water. 12 and a half years later, it was recaptured, again, somewhere up in Massachusetts. It was 45 and a half inches long.
You're kidding me. How many years later is that?
12 and a half years.
Oh.
And it was the old spaghetti type of tags where you tie it like a shoelace, you know? Not the clip-in ones they have now.
That's what they have now,
Right. And at one point, it was the longest tagged fish in history.
Unbelievable.
It was beaten out by someone who caught a fish that was spearfishing, and that's a different category.
I know John. I don't know if you're out there. Yeah, Francisconi was out there earlier before we had the technical difficulties. But I want to say one thing, guys, is that John, if you're out there, I think John had a fish. He got called up in Maine. Mm-hmm. It's a nice hike for the fish to go from the Hudson.
Yep.
And I got to tell you, if you don't know this, in New York State, the #1 spawning site for striped bass, and is the largest over New Jersey, they say, is the Hudson River.
Oh, yeah, it's a second.
People don't realize. It's the second. Talk to me.
It's the second largest breeding ground for striped bass. And you know what's something I've been battling for many years, especially when I was a director and vice president of the Hudson River, is that, you know, people come up to me all the time. How can you eat the fish in the Hudson River, this, that, and everything? I said, you know, what are the fish you catch? And now, we get them out at Montauk. We get them up in the canal. We get them here. Well, guess what? That's the same fish. It was born in the Hudson.
Right.
It's been 5 years in the Hudson.
They don't get it.
They don't get it. Odds are that was the first fish, you know?
Carl, maybe you know a little bit more about this than me, but I feel that this fish, and we got a couple of fish from John Francisconi. Yeah. I mean, John, you sent us some nice pictures this week. I'm going to put those up.
Yeah. John's one heck of a fisherman.
Yeah, and I want to, they're not big fish, but we're talking about fish growing and fish that are in the Hudson River. So here's John. This is the other day. Look at the size of that stripe. We should put that at maybe 5-6 inches. Mm-hmm. That's a freshly born striper. That fish is 1 year old right there.
Right.
He's 1 year old. They grow what? 6 inches a year for the first 5 years?
I'm not really sure exactly, but
that's what they say. They say it's about 6 inches for the first 5 years.
Yeah.
And then
I think it slows down, right?
It slows down. And also I want to let you know, I don't know if you know this, but striped bass will come back then year round.
Yes.
Every year. But then they reach the stage, Carl, where not all of them come back. They stay out in the ocean.
Resident fish.
They don't come back to the Hudson to spawn.
I think
they
it's
might miss
a certain percentage, maybe.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. But this year was it was a different year.
Right.
I mean, I didn't get giant fish there. My
I did.
largest,
I got my biggest this year. They're 16 pounds.
Okay, no, my biggest was 18, and it was 35, right off of Piermont.
Yeah,
John
yeah,
was
yeah.
with me that day.
Yeah,
John
he was. I got those pictures.
John was with me that day.
I wish we had that
and
one.
my pole almost went in the water.
Did it really?
Yeah, came close.
Here's what he got the other day. Also a nice little bluefish there.
Bluefish, yeah.
Yeah, he got a nice little bluefish. We used to get a lot of bigger bluefish, he was telling me. Now, I don't know, maybe Carl, maybe you know, but they used to get bigger bluefish.
Yeah, out by Potato Rock.
Why now? Why? What happened?
I don't know. Something to do with Hurricane Sandy, maybe? I don't
That's
know.
another thing. That's what happened with Montauk.
I-
Everybody says since Hurricane Sandy, it hasn't has what it...
We used to get choppers.
Yeah.
Now, big gators at this time of the year, always
Right.
are always up the river, depending on the saltwater line.
Right.
And we used to get these big, and they're gone.
Right.
They haven't showed. Even the same thing in Jersey. You used to get them in the back bays in May. A lot of people don't know that. In the back bay in May, you get enormous bluefish, up to 16, 18 pounds, all right?
Right.
And they're gone now.
Right.
I don't know. And they used to come back in November, and they're gone. So
Right on, buddy.
I know.
I know. I love talking with you. You know, Carl, I could sit here all night with you. I could sit here all night with you. But the time right now is 8:20. You're going to be here with us for the rest of the show.
Okay.
We have to get going only because usually my subscribers are here till 8 o'clock. I told them a half hour extra. We got delayed. We got messed up tonight. Did we cover most of the majority of what we wanted to? 'Cause
Sure.
Carl, you will be on a guest here again. Not today, not tomorrow. Many, many, many times because of your knowledge and because of your passion. Look at me, Carl, when I tell you. Let me tell you. Because of your passion, buddy. You have the passion like I do. We could sit around, we could talk about fishing in the church, have the priest yell at us, and we'll still talk about fishing in the church, but other than that...
we could sit here for hours and just have fish stories.
I'm telling you. And my wife will be asking me consistently in the background, is Carl gone yet?
Yeah.
No. She's good. She's good like that.
No, and by the way, again, this is a great little show you got
Thank
going
you.
here. It's very
Thank you.
professional.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, the reason I think you had technical difficulties is you had that third mic.
I
My
put it
opinion.
back in. It's here. All of us are working.
Oh, it is working? Okay.
We had another issue, which my wife bleeped up on, ladies and gentlemen. You bleeped everything up tonight. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I know.
No, I'm teasing.
Anyway,
She found out the issue. She fixed it, and it worked.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to you
Carl.
guys. I want to say thank you for everybody who's watching.
Yeah.
A lot of them I could see names I recognize. A lot of American anglers. And,
Definitely.
And again,
Please do some shout-outs. Look at their names.
well, okay, all right. Let me do this.
Yeah. You need your glasses?
A little bit. Hey, Dave Kreuzer from up north, Crystal Bloom, Chris Fortino, Charles Bloom, Chris Fortino again. Oh, I keep on looking. I'm doing the same names. Joe Albanese. Scroll up and scroll down a little bit. Maybe. Let's see. Chris Tamouche. Hey, Chris, how you doing? There's a lot of them up there right now.
Beautiful. I'm glad.
Yeah, it's pretty
All right,
good.
let me do some shout-outs. Mr. Mont, John Albanese, thank you, buddy. John Garcia, what can I say, buddy? You're always here every week. Chris Dasmo, new guy. Chris Blum, I'm so glad to see. T, what can I say? Another guy always here. Thomas DeLeo. Amen, Thomas, your cap is in the mail. We sent it out yesterday just for you to know. Thomas DeLeo was a special guest last week. Carl, Dynamite Fisherman, fishes out the south side of Long Island. Just good fishermen who love this sport and have the passion for this. This is my first time watching your show. I just want to say this is very awesome. I'm so glad I came across your channel. Can't wait for the fall run in Jersey. And Mr. Mont, I want to let you know, thank you for that so much. Thank you again for that. And I will be in the Jersey run because I will be following Carl this year because the man knows his fishing. And I like people who know their fishing, especially who are passionate about it. So let's start off our auctions right now. I know you guys are waiting. What does it say? Lance J. What's up, Lance? Lance is a subscriber of mine early days. Mance is up in what? Michigan? I hope I didn't get the other M because I say to him, it's either Michigan or what was the other
Michigan,
one?
no,
It's Michigan. I know it's Michigan. Thomas DeLeo, amen. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Guys like Lance J. What a dynamite guy. All right, so let's start off our first raffle clock. Carl, you want to show them this and tell them what's on there? Read that off. Let's put on clock.
I'm going to have to
Carl
put on
that.
my glasses.
Go ahead, put them on. Put them on.
No, I ain't putting them on.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Here you go. You got Vinnie's Custom Lures. It's a 2.81 ounce. Looks like a, I what kind is that? A popper, I guess? I don't know if I'm really sure, but here you go. It's on the screen.
Yeah.
All right.
Going down a little lower. Like
there you go.
Back it up. There you go. Perfect. Perfect.
I'm sorry. I'm new at this,
Perfect.
guys.
That's okay, man.
And
I
plus, you're
appreciate
getting a little tiny bucktail over here. That's from a Spro bucktail.
I think that's a 3/4 or a half ounce.
It's very
on the
light.
bottom.
It's a half.
Half ounce. There you go.
It's a half.
All right, so this goes out to the third prize winner, Frank Salomon. Thank you for coming. Before we do that, honey, before we show this little auction right now, can you put up those pictures of Frank Salomon for me? I didn't get a chance. Frank, we had technical difficulties in the beginning. I'm not waiting anymore. I stalled you too long. You've sent me these pictures 2 weeks ago. Frank is a dynamite, hardcore fisherman. I love you, Frankie. Don't forget that.
Here.
I met him and his wife. There's Frankie right now. A few weeks ago, he picked up this striped bass on the beach. Kind of monster. He didn't catch this. He just found it there. He picked it up and showed me. I have no idea what happened to this. But anyway, let's go to that next picture with Frankie. I like the next one. There you go, Frank Salomon. There's Frankie.
Oh,
look,
shark.
Frankie's got guns, man. He's from Brooklyn. Be careful. Look at the size of that shark. Not everybody can bring in that shark, guys.
Looks like a sand tiger.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is. Sand tigers. Those are tough fish. They got some nice fish on them, on them nice teeth.
Yep.
But, Frank, I appreciate those pictures, man. Those are dynamite pictures.
Nice.
I love the way you're bringing that up. Beautiful summer day in Montauk. Way to go, Frankie. Thank you for that, Frank. I appreciate that. Anybody else we didn't show tonight? Law Walker. I want to get Law Walker on here. Let's talk about my man, Law Walker. Check him out on Instagram. I'm going to leave a description below on his name. But his Law Walker a few days ago got a 16 or 15-pound striped bass. His spot there out in Long Island. A way to go. Congratulations on you on that one. Let's go to the next one. There he is. That's the same fish. He brought that home. He harvested that fish. It was in the requirements. No problem. I think it was 32 inches. And there he is today, this morning. He's out in the Hamptons with his wife and his family. He found a little free time. He said to his wife, let's go. She went with him. Jay Bunny, what's up? You and your hubby doing the thing. Law Walker, you will always be the poet, and I will always know you for the rest of the time here. Thank you for those pictures. Anybody else? We got Joe Bejavenka. Ooh, I love these pictures. My man, Joe.
Thank God for the cell phone now.
Oh, yeah, don't doubt about it, Carl. So there's Joe Bejavenka. He's out in Long Island right there. South side, way out there, close to Montauk for anybody else who's spot hunting right now. But Joe's a dynamite fisherman. He's out there, I would say, anywhere between 5 to 7 days a week. He also works on the boat. This guy is the man. He is the man.
How about this?
Now, Joe today sent me this. He's out in Mystic, Connecticut, another great fishing area.
Nice.
He's out there with family. No, this is not a striped bass for those beginners out there. He's hanging out. He's having a good time. Thank you, Joe, for those pictures. You are the man, Joe. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And again, Frank Salomon, Gelso Passarella. Gelso, we got to get together in Montauk. Remember, Gelso, October 19th through the 22nd. And for anybody else, you're all invited. It's going to be great. It's going to be $25 a man. 3 nights. You can come with 2 nights, 1 night. Still going to cost you $25 a man. Everybody gets in the competition. Anybody who catches the biggest striped bass in those 3 days is going to receive the pot. But here's the good part. It's $25 a man, whatever the pot is. If it's $400, $500, I'm going to double it, Mr. Poseidon. So I'll put in the other half. I'm not included in the part in the competition. I'll just be a judge. You send me all the pictures. Make sure you do everything and be honest, and we're going to have a great time. Thursday night's the dinner, the trophy handouts, the money handouts. I can't wait to meet everybody. We already got at least 5 or 6 guys who made reservations. Please make your reservations. Gelso, please come. 19 through 22. You can't miss it, Gelso. Going to be a beautiful time. All of us going to be together. We're going to have a wonderful time fishing. Total Nub Fishing. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Make sure you come. 18?
Total noob?
No, Total Noob Fishing. That's the 19th through the 22nd. All right, let's get back to Carl. Let's get back to that first one. My wife is getting ready. There she is. She's doing the...
So, does everybody know the video that they had to comment
Okay,
on?
yeah. So we're going to give you one more shot on that. You go, hey, Adrian Ayala. Welcome, Adrian, my brother. My brother, Adrian. I went out fishing with him last year. Beautiful spot he brought me to. I scored a 18 and a 25-inch striped bass. God bless you that night. I will never forget you, Adrian. And Gelso was there one of the nights, too. Thank you, Gelso. Mike's Fishing Adventures, where are you, buddy? I miss you. I miss you, Michael. All right, so we're going to do that spin right now. Go ahead, honey. Spin it. She's doing the random picker right now. Here it comes, guys.
All right, we have David Kreuzer.
Dave, Boston
You know
Dave.
him?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, Boston
I
Dave.
know. Yeah,
Hey, Boston Dave. I'm not going to tell you I'm a Ranger fan. I still like Boston. That's a lie.
He got a bass last year, 47 inches up there.
No kidding.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, man. So, Dave, you said David?
Dave Kreuzer, yep.
David Kreuzer, I'm so glad you won. There he is, the Boston boys, David Kreuzer. Yeah, boy, you win.
That's my nickname for those guys.
Let's put up that music a little
There you
bit.
go.
David Kreuzer. Yeah. Way to go, David. You win those. David, Instagram me. You see my Instagram at the bottom. DM me your address.
I can get it for you.
Oh, you'll get it for
Yeah,
me?
I
So
can.
there you go.
I can.
Clark's got you covered. My wife's like, cut the music out already. My goodness.
This is
Heaven
look-
and hell. Woo!
This looks like a tiny popper. Cute.
Yeah, it is. It's a tiny pop. I like that one.
It's a 0.09 ounce.
Yeah, but you know what, Carl? Let's be honest with each other. That .09 ounce can probably catch a freaking cow
Oh,
if
yeah.
it really wanted to.
Probably could.
Oh, I love that sound, Carl.
Smack.
Oh,
Ready? We're gonna
smack.
spin?
Listen to that. Smack. Yeah, boy.
And you got the Spro with it, and this one's a 3/4.
Okay, so there you go. We're going to be doing that raffle right now. Let's see what it is.
Ready? We have
Go.
Jake Verdon.
Jake Verdon. Do you know him?
Not one of my guys. Don't-
Jake
I don't
Verdon.
think-
Let's see if he's out there. Jake Verdon. We're waiting for you. Prize number 2. That's
Nice.
a small popper. Jake Verdon. Jake Verdon. Where is he? Wait, we might be doing that again. He's got to be online.
I don't know the rules.
Oh,
Okay.
Carl, we're very
You
strict here.
snooze, you lose.
Wait, there he is, Jake Verdon. I'm here. Yeah, boy, you win. Jake Verdon wins the, what is that again? Give him a little.
Okay, here you go. It's a small popper. It's Vinnie's custom. It's a 9 ounce. Excuse me, 0.09.
Great
ounce.
lures, Vinnie's Customs.
And you got here a little Spro.
3/4 ounce?
Yep, bucktail.
There you go. Jake Verdon, thank you so much for coming to my show. You just made my night, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right.
Jake, how you doing?
Before we do this
Oh,
one,
yes,
I
tell
just
me.
want to say a couple things related to
Put it up to the
sponsors.
screen.
All right, first and foremost, Stop and Shop, Century Rods, Costa Del Mar, JT Brooks. There's just so many sponsors that help us out, and I really appreciate it, especially this one. This is coming from Century Rod, Advanced Fishing USA. I have several of his rods. They're fantastic, and this is a $300 gift certificate going towards any rod you decide to order. All right? So, again, thank you for all the sponsors, and let's start it.
Okay. Before we do this, you must get one of the best subscribers that I have out here. You must put his picture on.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we got to put this guy's picture out here. This guy has been following me, respectful guy. We've gone fishing together. Really good guy. Can't wait for you to meet him, Carl.
Okay.
He's a Rhode Island guy. He's a really, really dynamite guy. Let's meet Bruce Bain. There he is, Bruce.
There you go.
Bruce is about 5 in the morning there. He's been
Yeah.
fishing 10 hours straight. Check him out.
Nice.
Yeah, Bruce. And he came up
Nice.
with the striper, and I get the ding on my phone, and it's like, honey, wake up. She's like, get off me.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, it's Bruce. What do you mean?
I have to turn my phone off at night because of other reasons.
I'm
like that.
telling you, yeah.
It's a good
Bruce,
problem to have.
thank
but-
you for Bruce, thank you for supporting me. You've always been a wonderful cat. You always have been. Your wonderful Karen wife. She's beautiful. We hung out this summer. We went out fishing together in Montauk. I will never forget those times, and there are a lot more to come. Thank you, Bruce Bain. But now, on to better things. Oh, there you go, Carl. Show him that. Let me get you right on there. So that's a $300 voucher, and it is by, please let everybody
Century
know.
Rod Advanced Fishing USA. Check them out. They're doing demos with us all the time. It's all in our Facebook pages. I mean, the guy who's doing this, Mike, he's kick butt, and he was donating 6 rods to our surf fishing. tour.
Wow. And I want to mention a word here. I don't just take people's money and put it on, because I've had people come up to me, hey, can you put on my laws? I'll give you this, sponsor my laws. If I don't feel safe about a product and I'm not sure, I'm not just going to go out there because somebody said, hey, put these on your show, use these. Especially somebody like Vinnie's Customs. You know, I have quite a few members who sent me these lures before, and I've used them, and I've caught fish with them. Okay, it wasn't a cow, but I caught a couple of stripers with them, and they're good rods. That's what I asked them first. Good lures. And I asked, people like Bruce Payne, people like Kevin Maltoso. These are dynamite fishermen that fish all the time, and they recommended me Vinnie. And then I met Vinnie. I spoke to Vinnie. Vinnie will be a guest on next week. Vinnie had a ESPN program in the mid-'90s for 3 years. He was on TV. He owned everything on that show. He did everything. So next week we're going to get to meet him. But again, I want to let you know, thank you, AF Rods. And I'm letting you know he's on here and he's giving this away because I've used these rods. I have a rod. He just showed you it. Slingshot. Beautiful rod. And that's why he's on my show, because I do recommend that rod to any one of my subscribers. If you got that kind of money, and you will have that money if you win this voucher, you can pick yourself up a nice rod over there. Thank you very much to AF. And who was that gentleman again?
Mike Kulik.
Mike Kulik, thank you very much for doing this. This was very nice of you. I hope we can continue our good relationship. I know I will with Carl, and we will always be around. So right now, what are they winning, Carl? Let them know.
A $300 gift certificate towards any custom rod that you want to purchase or get, basically. It's a $300 gift certificate.
Thank you, Carl, for that, and thank you.
Sorry about the blurriness. But
No, that's okay. That's fine, buddy. Just hold it up straight to it. Cover your face and go right up close. Look at that. Look at that sharpness. You got the best lens, Carl.
Well, it's
Only models get this lens on their faces. Let me tell you.
And that's me.
There you go. Go ahead, honey. So, okay, you want to do it?
Okay. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go. I see it shuffling right now.
Mike P.
Mike P. That's M-A-I-K-P. Are you here, Mike P? I just had a conversation with you the other day. I really hope you're here, buddy, because you're going to lose out on this. And there's a lot of guys that are hoping you're going to lose out on this. We'll put up the music while we wait. We'll give you 1 minute, Mike. Mike, M-A-I-K. Thank you, T. I appreciate that so much. You're a wonderful cat. You've always been here. You've always supported me. And I know everybody. Thank you. Mike P. Dave Kreuzer.
He wants a second chance.
Yeah.
He just bought
M-A-I-K. M-A-I-K-P. I spoke to him. I had a conversation with him the other day. I'm a little sad. You got 1 minute. John Francisconi, welcome back, buddy. We're up to the last prize. I'm glad you're here. Paging Mike P. Hey, Mike P., how you doing? This ain't going to last long, buddy. Hey, how many times do you get people begging for you?
I'll
Come
be
on.
Mike P. Look at what he wrote here. I'll be Mike P.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He's a little
Ronald
funny.
Stessney.
He's
Do you know
funny.
him?
Oh, yeah, I know
Oh,
him.
yeah, nice.
Again,
Good.
All right, we are going to have to move on.
No. We got 20 seconds. It's got to be one of you guys calling them up right now.
Call my name.
Oscar El Baera. Guys, I want you to know, a lot of you guys don't know. Oscar El Baera was the first subscriber that I had. He was number 16th, I think, on the list. And I got to tell you that he was the first guy to ask me a question on my waders, on my wading boots. And I was so happy. I was texting with him. I was like, honey, this guy Oscar's asking me about my wading boots. I was so excited. Number 16. Do you know what it was like when I hit number 16? I ran to my wife's room and I was like, honey, I got 16 subscribers. And I'm going to tell you a little story really quick. I had a Jeep before this. Long story short, I don't have it anymore. So what I did was, hi, Bruce. Anybody on there? No, he's not back yet. So it's going to look like we're going to have another runoff. But so what I did was, what was I saying?
Senior moment.
16 subscribers.
Oh.
Yeah, 16 subscribers. Oh, so I called up this company and I said to them, Carl, I said, listen, I want a rack for the top of my truck. And they knew who I was. And I said, remember me with the Jeep? And and I said, listen, I got a YouTube page. And they were so excited. Let me put Carl on so he gets to see this also. So Carl, they were so excited. And they said to me, oh, you got a YouTube page. Oh, give us the YouTube. And I was like, Mr. Poseidon. And he answers me back like silence because he was looking for it. Then he found it. And this is what I heard back. Ready? Buddy, you got 16 subscribers, buddy. 16 subscribers. I was like, listen, I tried. But since I tried and he laughed, he gave me 10% off. I bought the rack. That's the rack I got
There
up
you
on
go.
my truck right now. Just dynamite people who really care. In the middle of COVID, when everybody's suffering, Carl, really not a good thing. Okay, so Malik, M-A-I-K, what was that?
M-A-I-K-P.
All right, I got news for you. You're out. You're done. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Please don't unsubscribe. It's not my fault. You should have been here. Should have been here.
All right, so.
All right, here we go.
spin it
It's
again?
official. We're going to spin it again. Here we go. Hey, hey, hey. We're spinning.
All right, and we
Sit
have
back.
a name.
Yes.
It's called The Proud American.
Do you know the Proud American?
I don't think so.
Okay, let's see what we got. The Proud American. Are you there? Ladies and gentlemen, we're now wrestling. The Proud American. Are you there?
Oh.
Let's go, as Oscar would say. Oscar's like, I got to go to bed.
There you go,
now.
right?
Oh,
The Proud American, what's up, guy? That's me. Hey, how you doing? You win, Carl. Let them know again what he won.
He won a $300 gift certificate to Century Rod Advanced Fishing USA. $300 gift certificate towards any purchase.
All right, now, it's late. It's done. Everybody's going to start checking out right now. Thank you, guys. I want to tell everybody, Edwin Alvarez, Frank Salamone, the Proud American, you win. You win. DM me on Instagram. DM me with your address, and I'll get it out in the mail. Or do you want to take care of that?
No, got you. I'll let you guys do that.
Okay, so make sure you DM me, or I will be using that for another rod. Trust me. No, DM me with your address, and I'll send it out to you. Heaven and L Outdoors.
Congratulations.
Heaven and L, what can I say to you? You're a dynamite woman. Very lucky man who's going to be together with you one day. You are an excellent, excellent chef. Check her out on Instagram. Check her out. I'm going to leave the description below. Check her out. She fishes all the time, and if you're a single man, stay away from her. I'm waiting for this one to bounce, but anyway.
Oh, boy.
No, I'm
Oh
kidding.
my
I'm
God,
kidding. I'm
you're
kidding.
so messed up.
Enray Tesca, congratulations. Hey, buddy, I haven't seen you for a while. John Francesconi, thank you so much. It says, missed you presentation, Carl. Sorry, he said to you.
It's all right. There you go.
Yeah, I want to
Replay
let
it.
everybody know that Carl, my guest, gets this beautiful, and this is not just a regular hat. Turn it around, Carl. It's not one of those snap-on things. Try it on.
All right. Well,
Yeah, there you go. Try it on. Don't worry.
Take up my head here.
I want Carl to try this
Give
on.
it a shot. There you go.
Ah, beautiful, Carl.
There
What
you
a
go.
fit.
I'm wearing it home. I'm proud,
Ah,
I'm proud to
feels
wear it
so
home.
good.
There you
Yeah, boy.
go. There you go.
So, guys, once again, Edwin Alvarez, Total Knob Fishing, Edwin Alvarez, Heaven and Al, Oscar, John Francesconi, Andrea Tesca, David Kushner. Way to go. Thank you so much for attending my site tonight. Stay tuned. Next Sunday, I'll be on again. I'm going to have more giveaways. I love giving away prizes. I haven't made a dime on this thing. I haven't even hit 1,000 subscribers. Help me reach 1,000. Get my name out.
Didn't you hit a milestone today?
Yeah, I did hit a milestone today. 2 milestones, I might say.
Oh.
So on the followers on Instagram, I hit 500 this morning. I don't know if it's 500 still. Sometimes they unsubscribe. It could be at 499. Don't get angry at me. But I hit 500 this morning. Congratulations to myself, to my wife. Thank you, Carl, for helping me reach there.
There you go.
You're a dynamite guy. And on the subscribers on the YouTube, I hit 600 just a few hours ago. That's definitely with the help of Carl. And all you new guys who are from American Angler, please stay tuned. We will have Carl on again. That's a guarantee. You don't not have a guy on like this again. This has been my #1 star right now.
And surprisingly,
Do you guys want to do another hour? I think I can give away this old pair of sunglasses. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
surprisingly, you're only 15 minutes away from me.
And 15 minutes away.
Yeah, you're a neighbor.
The only thing
Even though
good
you're from
about
New York.
that's okay. Hey, in New York. How you doing?
Yeah.
Boston, thank you very much for letting us use your canal. You know what I'm saying? You guys are cool. Okay, Gelso Carcerella. Thank you so much, Gelso. You're always a dynamite. Adrian Ayala, another Christian Blum. Chris Gannon, thank you so much. Look, Chris Gannon was there.
Hey,
It's a buddy I grew up with all my life. Thank you, Chris. Hope your family's doing good. David Passes, congratulations, Mr. P. Thank you, David T. Frank Salamone, David Kreuzer. Okay, that's all I got to say, guys. I will see you next Sunday. Thanks so much. You guys are the best.